What's up, y'all? Hope you are doing well. It's now officially 3 months in Danang, Vietnam, traveling from across the USA as a VQ to now to Vietnam. So just want to share my experience abroad. I was typing it up on Twitter, and to be honest, a lot of stuff I want to convey just wasn't able to be as clearly written out. So just want to give the raw, full emotional pros, cons, experiences, etc. So just gonna share my insights. So, yeah, I think after living in Danang, I really value quietness. So, yeah, I don't really like. I mean, Vietnam in general is very loud, but I think Danang it's quickly turning into more of like a tourism capital, tourism trap, whatever you want to call it. So a lot more noise, a lot extra sports bars, karaoke, bands playing until late at night, like until 10 p.m. Um, yeah, just like a bunch of people, random tourist bus and coming through and everything. So I think this is due to the easier flights access, more people going from Bangkok and Ho Chi Minh City to Da Nang because they want that beach city vibe. So yeah, I think other locals I've talked to have said that the beach has been the busiest it's ever been they've ever seen. So when things get overheated, overvalued, same thing, stocks, crypto, or life in general, I think there's a little something there where, okay, let's check out the next undervalued opportunity, which I'll share more later. Since for spoilers, I will be trying out a new place, somewhere more remote, somewhere that's harder to find from tourists, just like a 5 hour drive away, or you have to like take a plane ride, then you have to drive 30 minutes there. So a lot harder to go directly for now. I think people are probably gonna go to that later. But yeah, also value more space, I think living in hotel, bunch of services, accommodations was really nice for the past 3 months, but now I prefer to have somewhere where the US dollar goes a longer way. So the place I'm going to is the same price, around like $600, but it's like 2.5x times the space. So right now it's just a little bit tight right now. Same price, 600, 700, but other place has bigger room, bigger accommodations, and the beach is more quiet, less people, everything like that. Then third, I think I value more, long-term friendships, long-term networking, relationship building. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. The city I'm living in, I just looked up on Reddit. I didn't look up on Facebook, WhatsApp yet, but there was no Reddit community yet in Danang. That Reddit community was like close to like 20K, 30K people. So that's when you know it's already overheated. So yeah, and then a lot of the people here I've met have been fucking amazing. Met so many awesome people, but a recurring thing is that they're always switching every 1 to 3 months, right? Maybe they're on vacation here for 2 to 4 weeks. Maybe they're here for 90 days and then they rotate out to Bangkok, to Malaysia, Philippines, Korea, Japan, whatever. So I kind of want to find a place where I can get to know more of the locals and other long-term folks who want to kind of settle down in that Vietnam region, right? Maybe sometimes they do go from region to region depending on the weathers, like the typhoons and stuff that comes. But I do want a more long-term oriented people that are based primarily in Vietnam, traveling from city to city, or primarily in, yeah, those more remote coastal cities. Then what else? What else? Yeah, I guess the fourth one ties into it, which is yeah, costs and stuff. I think yeah, having a bigger place with more accommodations for cheaper price and other stuff too, like gym, food, stuff. So I checked out the new place. The gym was a third of the price. It was like $15, and it was like way better quality than a lot of the gyms in Da Nang. I checked out the local foods. It was like 20% discounts for the local food. I think international food is still pretty much the same as Da Nang. So yeah, I think I've started leaning to eating more local foods, more organic foods. So breakfast, lunch, more organic foods, local foods. Friday and dinner, maybe also organic, local Vietnamese food, but or they also have like local Japanese, Korean food, but maybe sometimes international foods like Italian, Mexican, American, all that jazz. So what else? What else? I guess that kind of ties. I was about to say tourism trap, but yeah, I think that kind of ties into what I said already. And yeah, I think those are the main four reasons. I'm trying to think of anything else. Let me go through a routine. So I guess in a day of life, I would usually wake up, go for a beach walk, like Sunday, Monday, but I kind of want to do that every day, right? So I think that's another thing. The fifth reason, I want to do more of the stuff I love now. So I think living in the city of Danang, I think it's becoming more and more of like a city, like more of like Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, like. So I want that more like that beach town vibes, you know. If anyone's from USA, originally I thought Danang would be more like San Diego, but it's becoming more like Santa Barbara, right? More of a party city. Wow, the new city I'm gonna go in later. We'll see how it is, but people have been sharing, oh, it's kind of more boring. It's just you go gym, you go hike, explore different foods, maybe go to like a spa on 10 weekly, maybe explore different places, meet locals, but I did that. I want that right now. So yeah, yeah, it's just more clarity on the future, you know? I want that awesome base where the daily, weekly lifestyle is just super good. Being able to go to a beach that's like less touristy, just like more local folks, being able to go to a top tier gym that's really awesome for a cheaper price, being able to go to those other different services, right? So spas, massages, sauna for lower quality, high quality, cheaper price. So I think only the inconvenience part is traveling, right? So I have to like drive 5 hours back to Da Nang for like a better airport location. Um, yeah, then good to go from there. But besides that, everything quality of life seems to be better. Unless you're more like a people person, you want to party, you want to live it up. Here it's like, from what I heard in that city, it's more like, yeah, just more like a bar, sports bar scene, just more chill, not like any big concerts, stuff like that. But yeah, I think those are the main reasons. So overall, Da Nang has been a really awesome experience. I'm really glad I chose here as opposed to Bangkok. Uh, yeah, I remember reading or listening to YouTube, people sharing that, oh, Bangkok's so overrated and stuff, or getting Bangkok's in the golden years. So that was a red flag for me as like a investor, you know, just like, oh, it's overvalued. And the Nang seemed to be that golden phase where people were starting to talk about it, but not as crazily than now. Insane how time flies, right? So 3.5 months later, it's just become so overrun with tourists since people got sick of Bangkok, then they started migrating to Da Nang with, you know, the global wars, and then we hear about it being like a local gem, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe in a few months, people migrate to this new coastal city, but I probably don't think so because it's like a 5 hour drive away. So I think people will probably visit for like a weekend and GTFO because it's like more boring and stuff, which I personally prefer right now. And yeah, I think that's about it. Hopefully this is useful for anyone trying to move to Danang. If you haven't visited Danang yet, I highly recommend it. At least check it out for like a week or two, since yeah, it's just so many awesome people I've met here. Yeah, just it's still amazing overall, very great value. Yeah, like compared to the USA, I think probably the lifestyle that you would get for like 150K in San Diego and California, you get here for like 35, 40K a month, or even more actually. Yeah, probably even more, because like you got all the massages, the accommodations, living next to the beach, super cheap grab rides and stuff. So yeah, probably like 150K, part for like 30K. So probably like, yeah, you get like the same quality of life for a fifth of the price. So super interesting. I've also been watching other YouTubers, other people between like early 20s, early 30s, or later. They're like moving abroad overseas from the USA. Usually, like, yeah, if they're Chinese, they go to China. If they're Vietnamese, they go to Vietnam. And if they're Filipino, they go to Philippines, since it's like a easier combinations. But yeah, super dope, super interesting to see how our parents' generation migrated from their Asian country to US, and now we're migrating from US to the Asian country to just find a better life. But shouts to our parents, shouts to the older generation for making it possible for us to be able to do arbitrage with our passports and stuff. But yeah, I think that's about it. Hope this was useful for anyone that was wanting to go to Danang, want to explore Asia. Highly recommend it. If you're in your 20s, plug it all in, I'll send it, or even early 30s. If you want to just explore, try it out. Don't be afraid. Check out your culture, see what it's like living abroad in these different countries, Japan, Vietnamese, Vietnam, China, etc. So keep exploring, keep having fun. Hope you have a great weekend, and chat with y'all soon.